Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This, of course, is another manga reaction video. Today we're getting back into some more Eden Zero. It's been a little while, few months, I believe, since the last time an Eden Zero video has gone up, which I apologize for, but the spring semester is over now, and while I imagine there isn't a huge amount of overlap between the people that watch the Eden Zero reactions and the people that watch the Gintama reactions, so I will say again, which, honestly, I can't even remember if I said it on, in the Gintama videos, the most recent ones, spring semester is over, obviously, so hopefully videos will become more normal. I'll have classes again this fall. I do have a part-time job, however. It shouldn't affect things too much since I usually work in the mornings, but that's just something. And also, just in case, you know, I shouldn't have problems with remembering events that happened in the series before where I'm at now. Obviously, I remember the most recent ones. I very briefly skimmed through, like, the last 4 chapters, like 83 to 86. So, names of characters and, like, the story and, like, the powers and whatever, should still remember it. Should anybody feel so inclined as to remind me of anything I did forget in the comments, I would appreciate that. But, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really excited to see where this goes. I don't remember all of the questions I had in regards to Cat Leaper, which is Rebecca's ether gear. But skimming through those chapters again, I had like a bunch of those questions in my head, and I will probably ask them. Rhetorical questions, obviously. I don't want any spoilers. As I read the chapter. So, if I repeat myself any, I apologize for that. But, you know what? I mean, let's just get started here. Of course, we got the cover for Volume 11. Very nice. I always like the covers for this series. We got Shiki, and we've got Hermit, Sister, yes. So, for some reason, I was thinking Sister Lily from Black Clover, but it's Sister Ivory, I believe, in this series. Homura, then Valkyrie, Draken Joe, and Noah. He's one that I have an interest in too. A lot of things I have questions and interest in, but let's just get started. I'm not gonna read the chapter titles just in case. Eden Zero in-depth character file number 1, Pino's analysis. Is this the first time this has happened? I cannot remember. Shiki Grambel, Satan Gravity, I guess that's the official title of his ether gear, because I can't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure Wise suggested one at some point a while ago. Likes friends, dislikes bugs. Yep, those are all his stats. Love for friends. I can't wait to see, because this one seems like the unique one, that each person will have a different one. But that would be interesting to see where everybody else ranks on the love for friends. Memo. This is my master. He uses a gravity ether gear. He cares very much for his friends and his goal to make lots of them. He appears to have an intense hatred of bugs. I wonder if something happened with them in the past. He inherited the warship Eden Zero from the Demon King Ziggy and has set out on a quest to find Mother. Yeah. Frankly, if they do something with that in the future, like, there was some, like, emotion, there's some, like, emotional backstory as to why Shiki hates bugs. If it's good, it might be fine, but I think it's just, like, one of those things. It's just a character quirk. I would love it, though, if at some point some character, like, questions Shiki, like, why are you so scared of bugs anyway? And it seems like it's gonna be this super emotional backstory, and, like, Shiki's getting really into telling the story, but all it amounts to is just, like, he was sleeping one night and one landed on his face and it freaked him out, and he's been scared ever since, and, like, all the other characters in universe will, like, laugh at him for it, and he's like, no, it's serious. But anyway, 4 on 4. Yeah, back to fight Draken Joe again, but this time with more info. Just keep going and ram the building. Wait, we have to find Labilia first. And then we'll find an open face where we can land. We'll guard the ship. You guys find this Labilia and bring her back here. See, the thing that is most interesting about this rematch, to me at least, is just information is half the battle, or knowing is half the battle. I think that's the G.I. Joe quote. And so it's great that we know things now, but for one thing, just because we know those things doesn't mean we're gonna win. Jack and Joe is insanely powerful. Fuck, it's just occurred to me. I forget, Ether Overdrive or something like that. I'm pretty sure Jack and Joe's like, oh, you're not even you're not even doing it right, so clearly Jack and Joe hasn't used his full power at the very least, and with this information, it creates new scenarios that we can't account for, and what I'm trying to say is it's still going to be incredibly difficult to fight them, and I just like I wonder how bad is this series of fights gonna go, even with the information we have, you know. Calculating Jack and Joe's battle prowess based on internet sources. Miss Rebecca was right. Even you are not powerful enough to beat him at this time, Master. Shiki could train for like a year, and he probably still wouldn't be on the same level as him. Though that might just be me misinterpreting like power scaling in this series. So we just have to avoid fighting Draken. Way easier said than done, Wise. Which means our goal is just to rescue Lobelia? Really? Her? Yeah, you didn't see it, man. I know, Happy, but I can't just leave her there and let terrible things happen to her. Could never forgive myself. I know. You're a nice person, Rebecca. Honestly, yeah. Lobelia is a bully, but she's not like a war criminal or like she's not on the same level as Drac and Joe. Still not quite on board with this guy, but the guy is not on board with this, but the guy is super rich. How about we take some more trophies? Plunder! Hell yeah. Make a pretty penny. However, if Draken's aim is to take Rebecca, then is it truly wise to storm a stronghold? That's another thing. I'm bogging down this first chapter in this video already with all these things. Just to, like, more of a refresher to me so I remember this. Drac and Joe referred to Rebecca as 29, and then after she used Cat Leaper, he referred to Rebecca as the 30th. Now that would imply, at least to me, that it's one of a few things, actually, now that I think about it. It's either that Rebecca has used it multiple times, at least, 29 times, of course, which makes me think, hey, remember way back when okay, so it triggered the Cat Leaper thing where she went back in time. It triggered when she was like extremely emotional in the shower, I believe it was. She was like crying because she missed her friends. And then, but there was one other time that I at least remember where she was like really that distraught. There might have been others, and I could just be misremembering, but it was when Happy was hit by a truck or whatever. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it was, but I mean, I don't know. To be fair, she only did really awaken it when she went to the ether spa too, huh? I'm just like discrediting my own theories. That's fine. But anyway, back to that whole number thing that Drac and Joe is doing. For one thing, it implies that not necessarily Drac and Joe doesn't necessarily, he isn't necessarily conscious of the different time rewind thingies. However, it does at the very least imply that he has something or someone that is aware of them, or has at least a way to keep track of that sort of thing. And even if Rebecca hasn't done it 29 times or something, and this 30th, whatever Drac and Joe's talking about, if it's even if this 30th time is only Rebecca's first time, we know from at least between Ziggy and Shiki, even though it hasn't been fully, explored extensively, it was only like mentioned in passing a few times, that Shiki got his gravity ether gear from his grandfather Ziggy. I'm talking for so fucking long. I apologize. The same thing could theoretically happen with Rebecca, but then it begs the question: who would give it to her? Why? Who had it previously? And that brings me to fucking Noah, Guildmaster Noah. I don't know exactly how old he is. As far as I know, based on that one arc where we met Wise early in the series, 50 years ago, it was 50 years old. That doesn't necessarily mean Noah's 50 years old, considering I don't think it was ever explicitly stated how many other guild masters there have been and which one Noah is, but Noah's kind of enigmatic character. We didn't get to see him properly until like after Drac and Joe's reveal. We like it was maybe his fault that Rebecca got taken to by Ilega, I believe his name was, Frogman. And then he's seemingly working with whatchamacallit, Drac and Joe. At least they're on business terms, so to speak. But it could be, because I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head. Like, unless it's a whole new character. Him or, like, I don't think what's her name? The girl who impersonated Homura on the digital planet. I forget her name, but she works for like the Galactic Intelligence Agency, the GIA, or whatever the fuck it's called. And then there's this whole thing with Elsie and Justice. I don't think that's gonna be involved, at least not for now. Maybe they'll show up towards the end of the arc and do something. Really, I'm I just have so many questions and not very many answers or solid theories even. But I fucking, it's 11 minutes. This video's already over 10 minutes long, and I'm not even like halfway through this chapter. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. It'll be okay. If it really comes down to it, I have information from last time. If he learns that my powers have awakened, we might be able to make a deal. Theoretically, he might. I don't know why I said theoretically. That doesn't make sense in that context. He might. And another thing, it might be better for Rebecca to just like stay behind, keep out of range completely. Like, she has information, just like, and communications between Eden Zero and Belial Gore, I believe. But the Eden Zero is inside the Belial Gore right now because they rammed it. But anyway, I think it was in All You Need Is Kill, which had like a time loop thing too. From what I remember, the aliens, or maybe it was the movie adaptation with Tom Cruise, they just had the one that was able to turn back time way in the back lines, and if it ever seemed like they were losing, then they'd trigger it so they can go back in time and try again. I feel like they should do something similar here. You definitely shouldn't have her back on the front lines. So, and I don't even think the element of surprise will work here. Yeah, there's those four again. I forget what their names are. I remember Laguna. And then Jin's sister, I forget her name. And I forget what the name of their group is. Element 4, there we go. Our enemies, you say. Then would you mind letting us take care of them? Oh, are we going to see their... I forget what they're called, but Witch did it. Her, like, super form, where she was like the steel sorceress or whatever. That was probably what those were on the cover of the volume. They're all yours. Meanwhile, we'll get inside the building. Yeah, and we're even using Rebecca's old ship from the beginning of the series. It really brings it back, just the three of them in that ship. Okay, sniper guy, don't remember your name, but with my rifle, their puny little ship is... Okay. They said... Oh yeah, I guess it is 4-on-4. Sister, Hermit, Valkyrie, I guess, Homura, and Witch. All right, Hermit. It's gonna be interesting to see like characters like Hermit and Sister fight, because even in the Steel Sorceress form, Witch was able to fight, right? Even though from what I remember, she was mainly support and she couldn't leave the ship or whatever, right? So Hermit and Sister, who aren't necessarily fighting characters either, it'll be interesting to see their forms and how they fight. When did they? Whoa. Executing autonomic breakdown program. What the hell does that mean? Just impressive. Now he's kind of fucked. He doesn't have a sniper. What? Who the hell are you, you little brat? Oh no! Ugh, pervert. Of course, Sister is physically strong. Why am I not surprised? In that outfit? Clearly, she's one of the physically strongest characters. Eyes over here, pig. You get to play with me. It's ironic because I'm almost certain, based on Sister's like little dungeon area, she's probably got a lot more in common with this dude, I forget his name, than she would probably like to admit. But the difference is Sister isn't but ugly. In fact, Sister is very attractive. Okay, Sylph, go after the ship. Understood. Ooh, Homura. It's gonna be good to see her fight again. I will be your opponent. It's gonna be so. Yeah, Laguna attacks with water, obviously, but his main strength that was demonstrated in his first fight, in the first time loop, we'll call it, because I don't know, Mashima could fuck with me and have a second one in the same arc, another time loop in the same arc, but his main strength is turning people into water if he sees them cry. And we know androids can cry, but I wonder if it would be possible for him to do that. Battle dress requip. Okay, so yeah, and Homura has to do something different since he's not an android. The element 4, was it? Oh, what a fucking... Oh, I'm gonna take that one for later. Maybe use this as at least part of the thumbnail. We are the Demon King's 4 shining stars, and we will be your opponent. There it is, 4 on 4. Oh, nice. Homura's a... Oh, it's more like a dress now. That can't be practical. Like, at these 3 have slightly more practical outfits. Like, especially Sister's biggest change, because he was wearing, like, that... the nun outfit. Whatever. So it's gonna be 4 on 4, eh? He said the thing! Alright, turn off the whole manga. Cancel it now. He said the thing. You think you can make fools out of us? So many beautiful women. I can't. He's butt ugly and he likes torturing people, but I can kind of relate with that statement. 3 of them are androids, yep. Sorry, I just looked at Laguna's face up here. Alright. But who are... Because there's no way it's going to be that simple for Shiki, Wise, and Rebecca to get there on their own. They're firing at us. 50 years in the future and the buildings have weapons. Also, did Wise's hair change? I don't remember if I've mentioned this before, but I've just noticed it and I kind of like his hair better before. And also his purple suit. Remember when he wore a purple suit? That was cool. That was drippy as fuck, as the kids would say. I'm not that old. I shouldn't say that. Alright. Evasive maneuvers. Not very good, apparently. It's become a bullet hell. Boss, what if number 30 is on that ship? Doesn't matter. If a little thing like this would kill the cat, then I don't need its powers. So, he refers to it so casually as the cat and Cat Leaper, and he seems to know a lot about the Cat Leaper. Obviously, he probably knows a lot because he intends to use that power to make more money, because that's his whole like modus operandi, is make as much money as possible. But does he have experience with the person that used to have it? And of course that is predicated on, like, was there a person before Rebecca that had Cat Leaper? I have to assume only because he seems to know so much about it, right? It's like, are we gonna find out that Drac and Joe, or like Noah or somebody, like, killed Rebecca's parents and that's why she was an orphan? Are we gonna find out, like, is this gonna be like almost like an Aizen type reveal where it's like, I was planning everything from the very beginning, you've been dancing on the palm of my hand this whole time, or something like that? Can you imagine? Okay, yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I changed my mind. What are you doing, master? You idiot, don't go out there. I like it when they do that bit with Shiki's eyes. Normally his eyes are black, right? But then they change it like that, where the pupils are black, but then there's white around it. I like that. Oh, okay. Gravity shield. What is it? Is his thinking? Maybe I should just keep reading and stop and not stop here. But is his thinking that he makes the gravity? He makes a layer of gravity around it that's so dense, or like it's so powerful that it immediately like shreds. Like the pressure is so powerful, we'll call it, and it just immediately shreds. Oh, never mind. I just kept reading. Just redirect things. Okay, so instead of using gravity to pull things towards him, he's using it to repel it. Very smart. Forget the thing I was suggesting. It was stupid. All right. Oh, why is Moscow is here too? Somebody's out there. What are you doing? Fuck. Okay. Oh, it's 100% going to be Master Noah, isn't it? Because I was thinking, who could it be? There's no way it's going to be Labilia. Can Labilia even fight? I don't fucking know. She's never fought so far. But only person I can think of is Master Noah, and I'm ready to see it now. Yeah, there he is. Wow, I'm so smart, guys. I picked up on something very obvious before mere seconds before it even happened. Make sure to applaud me in the comments. Call me very smart and cool. Okay. Chapter 88. Okay. Happy, cats, and food. Dislikes Labilia. That's a short list of things to dislike, but I can get on with that. I don't like her either. Attack, defense. I was thinking that too. That was also another reason why I would suggest Rebecca stay in like the back lines. One, for her ability, and also because considering the people we're going up against with, she might be good support. If she didn't have the cat leaper ability, it would be fine to have her around to like take pot shots of them to keep the enemy always on their toes type deal, and they can't have a moment to breathe. But what was I saying? It's because of that cat leaper ability and also her low attack that it's probably best she doesn't get too involved in the main fights at the very least. Like, I love you, Rebecca, but I'm sorry. I would love to see her pull up and decimate an enemy and prove me completely wrong. Honestly, there's her unique 5-star ability, well, marksmanship too, but also leg sexiness. I can agree with that. However, a mini skirt Rebecca, that's probably not ideal for combat. I know combat like skirts probably exist if video games are anything to go by, which they shouldn't be, but anyway. Beecuber, who uploads videos, but apparently her videos are not very popular. She has honed her kinetic eyesight through video games. You know what? It doesn't matter if they're not very popular. As long as it makes you happy, it's fine. Sometimes I'll like go through my video like backlog, like catalog or whatever on the channel, and I'll even like things with like 80 views. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. It doesn't take much to make me happy in that regard. Anyway, tremendous skill as a markswoman. She used her cat leaper power to come back in time from a bleak and desolate future. But here's the thing. You can't call it the most bleak and desolate future because you'd have an asterisk. And the asterisk would read, so far. Because it can always get worse. What's that? I've only watched like a season or two of The Simpsons. But it's like, I'm pretty sure, like, at least at one point in one episode, Homer says to Bart, or Bart's like, this is the worst day of my life, and Homer goes, the worst day of your life so far. I'm expecting that to happen to me as I go further in Eden Zero. There he is, and he's wearing very, like, a military-style outfit. Reminds me of, it reminds me, even though, it reminds me of, like, German-inspired outfits that some manga usually have. You know, like Plunderer or, like, Bleach. Or Akame ga Kill. It's, you know what? Never mind. They just look so cool. Master Noah, yep. It's time for some gawking and maybe some explanations. He's the guy who nothing makes me happier than Shiki's simple-minded rushing into a fight because his friends got hurt in some way. It always makes me smile. Oh, hologram. Is he not really here at all? Yeah, this is a hologram. My physical body's on Blue Garden. Still. A hologram? Then what is your hologram doing here? I have something to tell you, Rebecca. First, I have the ability to observe people's location with my ether gear, the Eye of God. What a intimidating name. That was the, yeah, alright, that was the chapter title. I just had to check. So, it's called the Eye of God. Clearly, it's going to do more than just see people's locations. I used to think that in an age with so many advancements in GPS and nanotechnology, an ability like this was quite useless. However, I discovered that my power of observation extends outside of time. What the fuck does that mean? Has his God eye or whatever, Eye of God, transcended past the 4th dimension, and he can see all throughout history? Including, is he Master Noah the Almighty? Is that his shrift? He can see into the multiverse or whatever. outside of time. In other words, I can observe Rebecca's location in time as well as her movements across it. It's the thing I said. It's the thing I said earlier, where Draken Joe has someone on his side that is aware of the going back in time. So, this has implications on some of the other things I said, but we'll ignore that for now and just keep reading. Which means you know about my power and my time traveling. That's right. And that could make fighting him and any of his cohorts very difficult, because he can explain. He could theoretically, I don't know the limitations of his power. He could theoretically, no, never mind. That would make no sense. That would be way too overpowered if he could remember specific events like Rebecca does when she goes back in time, because that would make him way overpowered, because that would mean both sides have the same information on how things went last time and can plan accordingly based on their predictions of how the other side is going to plan accordingly based on the information from the time travel. And it's a whole war games, like mind games, like strategy bullshit, but goddamn. What? Oh, exactly. I believe it was about 10 years ago when I first noticed it. What? A girl who should have passed away in a car accident instead changed her location into ain't no fucking way. So I was right. Because I got to thinking when I was skimming through the chapters that Rebecca used it when she was super emotional in the shower. She was super emotional when Happy got hit by the car. You mean, holy shit. Oh my god. That face right there. That was the face in my head when I saw her activate Cat Leaper in the shower. She did it subconsciously. She herself doesn't remember. Okay, so then... no way, though. Is this going to be like Black Clover, where it's like we find out that throughout the series so far, every time we've seen like the characters in peril, like... we just didn't know it, but she did use her Cat Leaper ability to go back in time and try again. It's just subconscious, and she only like realized it when she became conscious of the powers and that she does have an ether gear or something. Is that what's going on here? Are we gonna find out? Like, I don't know if that was a criticism for this series so far, that not many people actually die, at least not in the main cast. You know, it's only been like 80 chapters, so I mean, fuck, man. But where has Mashima like 500 IQ, just like, you fools, you were complaining about no deaths, but it was all part of the plot. Even after that, when her life was threatened, fuck you, I just said that. God damn it. I should just stop talking. Just read the goddamn manga. When her life was threatened, or the instant her life was lost, she subconsciously changed her location and time. Shit. This is the 30th time I call this world number 30. You're very creative, Master Noah, and your hair looks poofier than normal in this panel. That one's a good panel too. That might be cool for like thumbnail. But anyway, fuck, man. Okay, so never mind. She has had it for her whole life. Theoretically, she might not have gotten it from somebody else, but she has been subconsciously doing it during this whole series. So, even though they show 3 instances, I'm sure there are other examples if anybody decided to go back and look for them of when she might have used it. Though we could still get that revelation that it used to belong to somebody else, and she got it for some reason. But now that Master Noah has cleared the air a little bit, I'm I'm still suspicious of him, but... well, who knows? So when he called me number 29, he was referring to the previous world number 29, and the creative juices just keep flowing. And somehow in world number 30, you have succeeded in retaining your memories of the previous world. Okay, so this is new. I think it has to do with her, like, being conscious of it, you know? Because he said it was subconscious this whole time. In other words, you could say that world number 30 is the only world in which Draken can be defeated. Hypothetically. Because, I mean, there's nothing stopping us from making world number 31, right? With more information. But what do you know? You know the ability. You know when it's been used. What else do you know? Am I thinking too hard? Is it too much of a stretch to say that he might also know more than just the fact that she used it? Wait, this doesn't make sense. That would be... I hope they accommodate Shiki's low intelligence and explain it in a way... Explain it further using simpler terms. Not for my sake, but just so I can get... potentially glean more information than I would have otherwise, right? Are you saying this is the last time I can use my power? Why would that happen? Yeah. No, I don't know how many times it will ultimately be used. So he can't see the future, can't see the past, I assume, but he's just like conscious of where specific people are in time and how they move through it? See, now I'm confused. In world number 30, the situation between you and Draken has become more perilous than in world number 29. Draken's goal is to obtain your power, Cat Leaper. In world number 29, you hadn't awakened to your power, so he imprisoned you for 7 days after Shiki's death. But now, those powers have awakened, which means he won't imprison you. So he does have, Noah does have information of previous worlds. Because how could he know that otherwise, right? Unless that's a plot hole. But I'd like to think this is on purpose. If he defeats you, he'll steal your powers. How? How do you do that? I guess it's in a there. If you can give it to somebody, it's plausible that somebody could take it from somebody else forcibly, but he would only know all of this if you told him. So why are you telling us you told him? Because that could only potentially have any downsides for Draken Joe. Because now you can be like, oh, well, he's after Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca, get out of here. Go hide with the police for a while, please. And just like, if you don't see us again in like a week, try to use Cat Leaper again. And we'll try again. And if that happens, you will lose the ability to change your location in time. Draken's world number 2 will begin. No, I forgot Moscow was here. Wait a minute, how do you know what happened in the future? What? How do you know what happened in the future? What is it? What? Okay, whatever. I only deduced the events based on the locational information of the people involved. Was I wrong? No, you were right. Okay, okay. I'm an idiot. Right, because technically... Yeah, whatever. I get it now. I get it now. You can stop commenting now. About that specifically. So how does he know that... Okay, so I was wrong. He doesn't know about that. Well, oh, that's the problem, though. He had such specific information. With imprisoning her after 7 days, or activating it after 7 days after Shiki's death. That's kind of very specific. I can't believe that he just figured that out on his own, based on, I guess, if he knows where everyone is. You know what? I'll just. You know what? It's a space fantasy. Don't got to explain shit. So it's fine. It won't bother me that much. No, you were right. I've done some inexcusable things to all of you. I was the one who sold Rebecca to Gilst. Yeah. I also sold her information to Draken. Come to find out, this guy has also had a hand in all of it, and he was just pretending to be friends with Draken, and then he's going to help us kill him. Done for a purpose. Okay, fuck me, dude. I should... What am I even doing? I'm not even... Great. It seems counterintuitive to do it this way, but... I forgot Laguna also wears heels. My bad. Fuck, man. Yeah, never mind. I was about to comment about his ass, but it's not even that big. Sorry, Laguna. Waterblade, eh? I don't like fighting androids. I can't use my signature move on someone who doesn't shed a tear. You're making the same mistake again! Androids can cry, dick. Lightning. Lightning versus water. Interesting combination, because water conducts electricity. We've all taken, 6th grade, and not even 6th grade, that's probably like 4th grade science, probably even earlier than that. But we do shed tears. After all, we have hearts too. Don't tell him that! You're giving away one of your weaknesses, that he could turn you into water that way. Please, I know it's not going to happen, but I would just love it if Hermit, even if in this form she's so good at hacking, she can hack into like the particles and the atoms and the molecules that make up his body and just make him straight into dust or like vanish entirely. What the fuck? Is that a security droid? Yeah. He's out. He doesn't have a sniper rifle. What's he gonna do now? Little bitch boy. Whoa. What the hell? You jacked our drone? Hell yeah. Look at her. She looks so cool. That might be a cool part 2, but I don't really have a theme in mind of this thumbnail. I'll figure it out. Your face is awfully pretty. Your appearance isn't too bad either, pig. Reminds me of the street performer who might someone who might say Moskoy. He's got his 60 he's 60 days without torturing somebody or whatever it was. I resisted the urge for torture for 60 days, but now when I see someone as pretty as you, I can't. Torture ban lifted. He did this before, didn't he? I might be stupid. But, right in the school jailies. 60 days. That's cute. What is that? 10 years? It is 10 years. 10 years torture free. Does that count? Didn't she torture... oh, never mind. That was in the previous timeline. Haven't broken the streak yet. Also, what were they in the same support group? Fucking Tortures Anonymous. That coin. Oh, 10 year. I'm blind. 10-year torture-free ex-dominatrix. Now this guy, I don't remember his name, but he is kind of caked up. It might just be his pose, but god damn. So it can be generally understood that well, technically Witch doesn't really have a super like huge advantage unless you want to count the whole electricity being conducted by water thing as potentially being to her advantage. But clearly, Hermit and Sister are having no trouble. I'm excited to see if this chapter ends with like the cliffhanger that the element 4 also have another form that they can kick the 4 Shining Stars asses with. But Homina, I feel like she would struggle the most against Sylph, especially because Sylph seems like she's gonna last beyond this arc, considering she's the sister of Jin, I believe his name was. Seems that in the previous world, I suffered defeat at your hands twice. This is my first mission as Valkyrie. I must ensure this fight brings no shame to my mentor. Let's go. I want to see a great fight in this one. The little emotion clip. Your wind. I will stop it for you. Okay. She trapped Rebecca with that wind last time. And didn't she also capture Homona with that? I don't remember. 5-sword fencing, crane form. Woo! And we get to see more of the Valkyrie moveset, so to speak. Now that Homura has taken over the title, so to the mantle. A blade that cleaves the wind like an elegantly dancing crane. That's very nice. Yeah, literally cutting through the wind right there. It is your wind that will be stopped. Ooh, throw her words right back in her face. You want to defeat Draken? The guy who put Rebecca in all that danger? Is there a problem? Even if you're on our side, I still don't like you, Master Noah. You need to work hard. I'm not even going to call you Master Noah anymore. Just Noah. You need to work hard to get my trust, mister. I don't care if this is like for the greater good or whatever. Putting Rebecca in danger. I don't like that. And Shiki doesn't either. You have yet to learn how truly terrifying Draken can be. What the fuck is he in? He's in like the healing pod or whatever from fucking Dragon Ball. What is this? He's like, that's not even the path he was taking with last time when he first met Rebecca. I'm like, what is this? Whatever. Alright. In-depth character file number 3. Pino's analysis on the Happy Blasters. Where's Happy? There he is. Okay. Rebecca, fish, dislikes dogs, can't attack for shit. Mectitude. What does that mean? That's not even a real word. That's not a real word. Mectitude. I didn't even spell that fully right. Mectitude. It didn't fucking spell it right. How did I? Oh, I did spell it. Mectitude. It's not a word. Wait, what? It just came up with fucking Happy from Eden Zero. Great. Well, what is this? That's what is this, a gacha game? na.op.gg/summoner/na/mectitude. I don't know what that is. Whatever. Cat from the planet Exceed. He can always speak the human language. What does that mean? I guess because he's a cat. But so I assume we're gonna see Planet Exceed at some point in the future. because they're making a point that he's from Exceed, and potentially not everyone from Exceed speaks English. Accident brought back to life as an android with an entirely mechanical body. He is Miss Rebecca's partner and transforms into a gun. When when it's time for battle, he's a cute habit of saying "I," and I think, I'm not sure, because like I've said previously, I have not like read or watched Fairy Tail, but I'm pretty sure Happy is also in Fairy Tail, and he also says "I." I could be wrong. I might be thinking of a different, similar looking cat from a different series that I also haven't watched, but I can't remember what it's called at this time. Draken Joe the Dark Alchemist, a nickname earned through his ether gear and his underworld connections. His power is great enough to place him among the Racion Seis Galactica. I need to know more about those people too, because I'm pretty sure Elsie is in there too, and maybe Ziggy. I can't remember fully, and I'm not going to look it up because I might get spoiled. Did you know that he has another name as well? Undead Joe? Fuck! Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, so maybe I was right. Maybe he is in like some sort of healing pod. He's been alive for 1,000 years or something, and he's just using that to make sure his body still like functions or whatever. I don't know what's up with that. Undead. You mean he can't die? Biologically, that is not possible. Okay, interference with the hologram. Hey, what's wrong? Okay, yeah, the transmission signal is deteriorating, and rule number 29, I believe that, fuck, had you just have found that weakness. That has, what is it? I believe that something has blanked. You just have, we could have won if we had just found that weakness. What weakness? A weakness? Draken's weakness? Holy magic. Get a holy mage or something. I don't know. A cleric. Use the bless. Use source. I don't know. Yeah, can't hear shit now. The signal will be lost soon. Wait, Master Noah, who are you really? I am your father. Signal lost. He disappeared. I am the president of the universe. I am. So what's his deal? Is he with us or against us? I couldn't say, but at least we agree that we need to beat Draken. I agree, Rebecca's butt. Not a problem. Undead. Is something the matter, Mr. Wise? Is this the first time Moscow has used full sentences? Because I'm not sure, but something about his face is throwing me off. Blue Garden. Oh, fuck. There won't be a next time. This is my last chance. If we don't beat Draken this time, I will die and Blue Garden will die with me. What the fuck does that mean? Is he also undead? Is he undead Noah? Is that what Wise means when he feels like he's heard that somewhere before? Undead Noah has founded the fucking Adventurers Guild on Blue Garden or something. I don't know. And like, is his, I don't know, a weakness. Are you remembering anything? He's taking a bath when you first met him. Yeah, conversations with Draken enrolled number 29, but it's no use. I have no idea. Anyway, we're going in. Our first job is to find Lobelia. Second job, get the fuck out of town. Screw Master Noah. I don't really give a shit. As long as Clarice, something like that, Rebecca's friend on Blue Garden, she was fine. If she gets out of it alive, I don't really care. Yeah, okay, still fighting. You look kind of like a little kid, so I thought you'd be a pushover. I'd never judge a book by its cover. If you want to fight me, I guess you're ready to turn into a pile of ash, ain't you? I watched like not even half, like 8 episodes of Fire Force. This guy might be interesting, but heat? That's fire, lady. What? Come on, Hermit. You can recognize fire. I know fire hot, but still. Everybody knows bots are weak against heat. Everybody! This is news to me. Hold on. Or at least I think it's news to me. I don't remember this coming up before. My flames will burn you out of existence. He looks kind of goofy there. Look at his little face. Flames from a human body. That must be his ether gear. Yep. Ooh. Camouflage device. Oh, yeah. I guess what she was using to hack it. Looks like it looks like you lost your connection. No more hacking for you. So technically not a second form, but I wasn't necessarily wrong that the element 4 is going to pull something out, so it's not like, you know, a one-sided fight. I wouldn't expect it to be. Of course not. These are like Draken Joe's top 4 people. Of course he's not gonna. Of course not gonna go down easily. Why? What are you doing? Is he like? Is he Godric the Grafted? He's adding it on. He is literally adding onto his hand so he can shoot from it. Wonder if you bots feel pain. Make sure to tell me if it hurts. Yeah. Oh, you're missing the word. Make sure to tell me if hurts. Yeah. You're missing a word there. It. Go on. Oh my god. Oh, what a dick. Oh no. Come on, Hermit. It's just occurred to me. It has nothing to do with the chapter. And it probably won't matter for a while now. But I wonder if we're going to see a dragon again in the future. Because I remember that being a thing from, like, Chapter 1. And, yeah, both times in Chapter 1 where Ziggy was making, or messing with Shiki saying there was a dragon, but it was like it was Michael that said it was likely a comet. But then they did see a dragon when they went into the, fuck, what was it? Sakura Cosmos, that's right. I was thinking of the Aoi Cosmos for some reason. Sakura Cosmos for the first time with Rebecca. I think we saw it again there. But anyway, say it. Say, please, sir, it hurts. Is he also into, like, humiliation? Is that all? He's, like, got a kink for that as well? Did he just disappear? What? He can teleport? Oh. So he can turn his whole body into fire? Fuck. That's impressive. Look at him. He vented. I'm sorry. Where is he? Where is he going? Hoo hoo ha ha. My secret weapon stash. Oh no. He's good with more one guns. That might be a funny thing to add to this is the Photoshop the Germa sus face onto. I'm not doing that. That's not funny. Okay. Secret gun stash. Blah blah blah. Because my real specialty is sniping. Yep. I had to run away like a little bitch to get another gun. Put a flame bolt inside your body and explode it from inside of you. Also, that was a funny line. He was saying, bots are weak to heat. I think most things are weak to heat. Like, even humans are weak to heat. You set them on fire and they'll probably die. Also, the thing on his necklace reminds me of, Sage of Six Paths, I think it was, from Naruto. That little symbol there. No, fucking the little tomoes, I think they're called, on the Sharingan. The regular one, not the Mangekyo. She's looking for me, but nobody ever knows where the sniper's shooting from. Dude, she's a master hacker. She'll find you. Well, I want, like, this panel, but she's, like, staring directly at him, like, I see you, bitch ass. Hit rate is 100% with my fire ether gear, flame ammo. That's a lame name comparatively. Now die. There. Ballistic simulator aerial move. Oh man, it's not exactly what I was hoping for, but there it goes. Expertly dodge it. What? Your armor is where your luck ran out. Running prison matrix. Oh, interesting. It might just have been like effective to explode it. That much ammo and like gunpowder, it'll make one big explosion. Although, yeah, he could turn himself into fire. Never mind. I thought she was gonna just lock him in there, but no, that makes more sense. Hack all of his guns. What the hell is this? What did you expect? I can hack into any weapon that's hooked up to the network. His guns are Wi-Fi enabled. Oh, I mean, he should have seen that coming when she disassembled his gun in like 0.5 seconds. What? But how did you know where to find me? Your body temperature is much higher than any normal humans, and every modern android is equipped with heat sensors and thermal imaging. That's just common sense. That makes sense too, because they're sensitive to heat. They would have, countermeasures in place so they could detect when things are too hot. It makes sense. It's almost like I can read the series. It's almost like I'm looking at the manga and reading it. And of course, the hologram is fucking. It's thick. You have no hope of ever making it as a sniper. Oh, this is a really good panel too. Just the comment, the pointing of the finger, the smug face. Love it. Wait up, guns harvest. Oh, and she came up with a way cooler name than his ether gear in like a second. This is cool too. They're probably, don't worry, I gave all the bullets an ether coating. Why would you do that? Kill him. At least I hope they kill Draken at the end. Like, I'm pretty sure Madame Kurenai, even though they didn't kill her themselves, she at least died by the end of it, which she honestly deserved. I can be kind because I do know pain. Aww. that is the way of my heart. Alright, never mind, I take it back. It's fine. I love you, Hermit. You're great. My nose is a little stuffed up, unfortunately, but I mean, shit. Great 3 chapters. I would have considered doing more, just because I'm finally back and whatever. But this is 50 minutes long. Even though it's not hurting yet, I can start to feel it right here, in my throat, because of how much I've been talking. Good to be back. Great 3 chapters. God, no fucking doubt. I'm so excited. There's so many mysteries in this series so far. Look, we're 89 chapters in. And while I have gotten some answers to like some of the questions I've been asking at the start of this video, for example, there's still like a million questions that are not only being raised as a result of those answers being questions being answered, rather. There's also some background stuff that was introduced that hasn't had much going on with it, you know, recently. That was introduced a while ago, you know, like I was mentioning earlier, Elsie and Justice, their whole conflict, that was kind of not brought up for a while. And even though conceivably they could save that for the arc after this one, same thing with see, I think it's more likely that because now I'm theorizing on potential ways this could go. Obviously, you're going to find Draken Joe, and if we wanted to focus solely on that conflict, that would be fine. That works. But it might be interesting because Draken Joe's a pretty big criminal too. Maybe the way Justice and Elsie are like worked into this is that at some point Justice and his crew, or maybe even what's her name from the GIA, I think that's what it's called. I might be wrong. Please correct me in the comments. They could be trying to crack down on Draken Joe because they got word that some huge conflict and like explosions and shit are going down on the Belial Gore. They're trying to investigate it, and you know, and that could also be a way for Elsie to come into the fray, so to speak, because she has a relationship, or she knew and she worked with prior to the series beginning properly. She knew Ziggy, right? And she could hear from, I forget what his name was, but I'm pretty sure there was one of the guys in Elsie's crew who's secretly a rat or a mole for the what's her name? I don't remember what her name is. I'm gonna try and look it up without getting spoiled. Eden Zero GIA, is that it? Galactic Intelligence Agency. That's right, and that's her. Amira. I think that's her name. Yep, Amira. That's her. Not gonna dig any deeper, so I don't want to get spoiled. But he's at least in contact with Amira, I believe. I think it was Jesse or something. But he's also in Elsie's crew, I believe. And then they could, if they wanted to try and like work with Justice for whatever reason, because even though I think Amira and Justice are two different entities, but are maybe also still working for the same government, maybe. I don't know what's going to go on with them. But anyway, that could be a way to lure Elsie, because it's like, oh, Shiki is on Belial Gore, and he could get mixed up with Justice and Justice, basically, just Justice. And then so Elsie's like, oh, well, I can go help them, like, help Shiki and his crew beat a hasty retreat, but then they get into a conflict with Justice, and then maybe something happens there. I don't know. I like to ramble about things that are not even like guaranteed to actually happen. I'm just coming up with these like hypotheticals in my head. Um, but I mean, shit. With all that being said, these are great 3 chapters, as I've already said. Really excited to see what happens next. So but that'll be until next time, actually. So, of course. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single upload in the future. Thank you once again for watching. Peace.